Hi. Tom's presentation is a great segue to my talk because in there he showed a picture of the Elizabeth by the Norton building in Lockport. We have that photo in our collection, and he gave a perfect example how our collection can help you do stories. You know, and he's doing a marvelous story. Oops, we're there already. This is the Howard and Lois Adelmann Regional History Collection. It's on the second floor of the Lewis University Library, and it collects materials on the I&M Canal and all the communities along the way. And okay, here we go. The collection has hundreds of books where a researcher can find 200 years worth of narratives or stories, if you will, relating to the I&M Canal and the communities along the way. The bulk of the books are on the I&M Canal, but we have many on Joliet, Lockport, and further south. These are two books that have great stories. Stories of Pioneer Days from 1931 was 8th grade kids who talk about their ancestors in LaSalle. Illinois Canal County is historians talking about farming and communities along the canal. We have in the library something called a summon search. It's a federated search where you can find everything in our databases. And you can research materials online from home to find out what we have. And if you put in LaSalle County, you get 3,714 hits. Not all of them good, but at the top are 3 books. Well, it has to be refined. And at the top are 3 LaSalle County history books, which can get you started on stories in LaSalle County. Most of the Adelmann research materials are in archival boxes, which holds tens of thousands of research articles, newspaper stories, brochures, photos, ephemera. You have it. And we have finding aids that direct you to the box and the folder. And we have hundreds of folders and dozens of record groups. Here's an example of 2 sample boxes from the I&M Canal record group. And there are record groups on Lockport and other canal communities, as well as organizations. We have a small one on the Canal Corridor Association. Okay, here's a folder on General William F. Thornton, an early I&M Canal commissioner during the building of the I&M Canal. His story was researched and published by the Will County Historical Society, and we have it in our collection. Note we have a nice photo of Mr. Thornton, or General Thornton. Lewis University, through its History Center, works to organize the collection and provide access to history researchers like you. This student intern, Samantha Glacken, is working on creating the Bruce Cheadle Record Group. And Bruce Cheadle, known as Mr. Lockport, was around for decades and has a fantastic story. Map drawers, storing more than 700 maps and posters, the bulk of which is devoted to the I&M Canal in Illinois. The clean look you see and the drawers were part of the renovation of the collection spearheaded by the History Center under Professor Kremen. Maps are an incredible visual aid in telling stories. This 1938 map of Illinois shows how the I&M Canal connects the 2 great watersheds in North America, Great Lakes and the Mississippi River system, which spurred commerce across the United States. We have dozens of newspapers going back to 1847. A notable paper is the Will County Commercial Advertiser, going back to 1878. It had targeted editions for Frankfort, Mokina, Lamont, Plainfield, and many other towns besides Lockport and Joliet. Here's an example of one of the many thousands of tangible newspapers in our collection, Lockport Phoenix. One project from these old newspapers was a gentleman who researched old papers on Mokina-related materials and had his story published by the Will County Historical Society. The Adelmann collection online presence is significant in photos. On the side, you can see all the digital collections. Let's see. I'll let it pass because I lost my place. One of the more recent digital collections is the work of the Civilian Conservation Corps on the I&M Canal during the Great Depression. The CCC and 8 work camps along the I&M Canal worked to turn the I&M into a recreational waterway. This story can be found in a book in our collection co-authored by Professor Dennis Kremen. You'll see groups of 20 if you click on the browse, and this is the first 20 images of 123 total. The photos will show CC workers at work and at play. CC workers could only be unmarried young men because the work was physically hard and demanding. Each camp was organized into a workforce of 200, and camps were run by the U.S. Army, experienced in handling groups of single men. The I&M Canal photographs is our oldest digital collection. It covers not only the I&M Canal, but also the Chicago Sanitary and Ship Canal and the Illinois Waterway. There are photos of vessels, locks, bridges, aqueducts, and many waterway scenes built with buildings and businesses along the waterway. Again, if you click browse, you can get groups of 20 out of a total of 314. And this particular group of 20 has a bunch related to an excursion boat trip from 1910. By 1910, when this photo was taken, the I&M Canal was pretty much dead for commercial transportation. Your narrative, if you choose to do it, would be the changing uses of the canal. This shows an excursion boat filled with picnickers on a holiday being pulled through Lock 6 at Chanahon, which brings us here to the present day.